What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk. Listen, we got Monday Night Football. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Colts, and the action literally just started. And let me see here. I don't know why I said Jacksonville. Baltimore Ravens have trips to the right, two to the left with Lamar Jackson. He is back to pass on first down. And what is he going to do? He is going to, this is second down, actually. He takes a sack on first down. They actually got a 5-yard pass in the middle. So now we'll have third down and about 5 coming up. What's going on, everybody? Y'all hit that like button on your way in the building. Hanging out, watching some Thursday night football. Let me set my stuff up better real quick. 3rd and 5. Let's see what we got, baby. All right, Jackson back to pass. He throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Wow, it looks like they're already going to be punting the ball to start this game. Baltimore already in trouble. The Colts will have a shot to go ahead and take the lead. Monday, TD. I know, man. I'm sitting here saying Thursday. I'm a little off right now, basically. Let's see here. What else we got? All right. The kick is off. And it's going to be a nice punt to the 23-yard line, and it'll be returned. And that's going to make it up to about almost the 30-yard line, and they're going to start there at the 30-yard line. Money, by the way. Monday, I know. Why is no one talking about X's regression? He's not the same. We're actually going to talk about that tomorrow. Turn this up a little bit. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Here we go. Carson Wentz. Can he make something happen here? 2 to the left. He empties out the backfield and gets trips to the left. Oh, we got a false start on the Colts. The left tackle jumps early. So we're going to have 1st and 15 coming up. Oh, we've been talking about it for 2 years. Y'all just now seeing it. M, who you telling? What have I been saying for the last 2 years about Xavier Howard, bro? All they care about are the interceptions. They not talk about just the intangible play on the field. He been giving y'all the same play for since forever. It's just he get picks and we excited about it. Same formation. Wentz takes the snap, back to pass, looking, Wentz rolls out. Wentz gets hit as he throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Whew. Is X really regressing, or does he know he plays for a trash team and only gets 20 seconds of break time before our offense goes 3 and out and gives him no time to rest? Anyone would lose hope on this team. I'll address that after this play. Wentz back to pass. Wentz looking, hits the guy in the flat, incomplete, just pounced up in the air. He dropped the ball, actually. Terrible execution. Give me a second. Let me set something up real quick. All right. So to answer your question, first of all, X is regressing. You know, he's not really regressing. He's always gotten beat. He just hadn't gotten targeted as much. I've always told y'all on deep crossing routes, this man gets toasted every time. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, Wentz back to pass, throws the screen. Oh, Taylor looks like he has room, and Taylor's going to go for a touchdown. Taylor's going to beat everybody in the race. Oh, is he? Is he? Yep. Touchdown, 76 yards to Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Wow. Man, huge. Crazy. Listen, but let me go ahead and get rid of this notion that, or is it because he plays for a trash team? First of all, it has nothing to do with playing for a trash team because Xavier Howard is basically on a contract year, basically. You do understand that they'll trade him before the deadline or in the offseason unless he earns another contract because he has no more guaranteed money. So who in their right mind, who can make millions of dollars, is going to be trying to tank it right now when your money is on the line? Your last opportunity to get a real bag in the NFL. Your last opportunity to get a real bag of money in the NFL. So, no, I want to hear these excuses and justification. Well, is it because he plays for a trash team? No, he's always getting beat on deep crossing routes. And even though interceptions he gets, it's typically an underthrown ball or a bad route. I've been telling y'all this for 2 years. That's why I've been saying while his trade value is at an all-time high, go ahead and get something for him now. Man, no, don't trade the man. Pay the man. I've been telling y'all this. And in regards to getting the break from the defense, first, because our offense is going 3 and out, that ain't what was happening at the beginning of that game. X was getting toasted from the beginning of the game. We were having long sustaining drives, field goal, long sustaining drive, touchdown, long sustaining drive, touchdown. And X was getting burnt mostly in that time. So I don't want to hear no 3 and outs and he got to go back out there. So no, anyone wouldn't lose hope on this team. You only lose hope because you start looking embarrassed because you're getting exposed. So anybody who losing hope is because you're looking embarrassed and you're getting exposed. It's that simple. Making no excuses for nobody on this team. Everybody should be held accountable. Freaking all-pro corner last year. People got the nerve. It's going to go to the Hall of Fame. Y'all done lost y'all mind. Y'all done lost y'all mind. X ain't happy. And what they got to do with anything? He want that money or not? You want that money or not? Very good screen. Byron Jones is the best corner on this team. He is, in my opinion. I've always said that, but he doesn't get the turnovers, so he's not more impactful. Xavier Howard is more impactful than Byron Jones, but I feel like Byron is the better corner. But I will say this, Byron got to tighten up too. I don't like what he did in that game too. I thought he played fairly well, but even though the pass was perfect, the route was perfect, you got beat by Evans barely, you almost got it but couldn't get there. That's what we pay you that money for, to be in place for that 1 foot difference. So he got toasted on the play too. That you can't have that. But X really got done in, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Baltimore scores first. All right, here we go. Lamar Jackson in the pistol. Takes the handoff, back to pass, throws the quick out, tight end. That's going to be good for a quick 5 yards. And we have 2nd and 5 coming out. And that was to Andrews. That was 1 play compared to Howard. Well, I saw 2 plays where Byron got beat. I don't really fault him on that comeback by Evans because that play was extended like 5 seconds. And he was going after the deep ball, but Evans stopped and came back to the comeback. All right, Lamar in the pistol again. Diamond, and we got 8 in the box, and they hand it off, and they're gonna get half a yard. Should have been -3. So good defense by the Colts. We're gonna have 3rd and 5 coming up. Baltimore better get something going. Why you guys expect Howard to go out and ball out when it means nothing? He knows we still going to lose. See, man, Hank Hill, you don't know nothing about this team. If you're gonna say something like that, you know nothing about this team, bro. You don't know nothing about football in regards to this team, bro. Talk about why do we expect Howard to go out and ball out when it means nothing? It means everything to him. He on a contract year. I mean, how many times? Ooh, ref, that's incomplete. He caught it, but the ground assisted him on the reload. They need to challenge that. He technically caught it, but the problem is he didn't have possession before it hit that ground. And that ball actually was adjusted by the ground. They need to, yep, that's an incomplete pass. That is an incomplete pass by rule. And the coach challenged it. That's smart of them. But yeah, man, X is in a contract year, bro. He has no more guaranteed money on his contract. He's trying to get his next big deal. Why you think he was having that holdout crap in the first place? It means nothing. His stock is dropped right now. It means everything. That's why he mad. That's why he disappointed and teed off. Because he's seeing his money just slip away from him right in front of his eyes. And the Bucks made it worse. But I tell you what, you about to see one of the best versions of Xavier Howard you gonna see going forward. I guarantee you that. First of all, we play bums. He gonna be aggressive. He gonna be looking to get picks. And we play a lot of bums. So all he needs is the targets to come his way, and he gonna salvage his money by playing well. And I'm all down for it. Because right now his stock is down there. His stock is down. And he know he need to lift it. He got to play his best football or he done screwed himself up. Gonna be almost 29, almost 30 years old trying to get a new deal. It ain't gonna happen if you don't ball out this year. So for the record, it means tons to him. It's his money. Somebody say, I don't see X being on the team next year. Let me say this. They might have an opportunity to keep him on the team next year. If his value does go down, they could keep him on his current deal without guaranteed money. Because if he feels like, man, my stock went down, nobody out there is going to want to pay me. He may, and if the Dolphins are like, we'll pay you, we just keep you at your current salary. And he'll be like, all right. Because it might be the best he can get. Unless there's a contending team just want to use his services for 2 years, but he gonna want that money if that happens. So we'll see. Tua versus Lawrence. Man, Tua better win. I know that much. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep, successful challenge. That is reversed. I told y'all that ball hit the ground and it moved. That's by rule of incomplete. So they're gonna have to punt this ball. And the coach gonna have another shot to try to put some points on the board. This is gonna be huge. All right, the kick is off. And this is going to be caught at the 16 fair catch. All right, the Colts will start at the 16-yard line. Eric Rowe has also regressed tremendously. Used to lock down tight ends last year. Only Waller went off on him last year. Locked down Kittle. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be that hard on Eric Rowe and say he really regressed because first of all, we got more out of him last year than we should have expected in the first place. This year, I noticed he wasn't even on tight ends that much. I feel like what I saw, he was dealing with receivers a lot too in the game. So it goes both ways. All right, Wentz in the shotgun, one receiver to the right, one to the left. Heavy line of scrimmage. 8-man line of scrimmage. 8-man, y'all. And Wentz throws underneath Taylor, and that's going to be good for 11 yards on first down. Actually, give him 12. 11, actually. I would trade X for a 7th-round pick to Jags or Jets just to prove a point. This holdout nonsense needs to stop. This isn't the NBA. You make a great point, but not with no 7th-round pick, bro. I like the point you're making, but I can't be with you on the 7th-round pick. But I get what you're saying to make a statement. Wentz under center, a toss to the left, and Taylor is going to be good for about 3 yards on that run. So 2nd and 7 coming up. But yeah, man, this holdout crap was crap because he ain't even playing like he. Just imagine if we would have folded and listened to all these fans and gave him $20 million a year, and he out here playing like this. You already should be disappointed in what you did with Jerome Baker. Oh, don't even get me started on Jerome Baker, man. Don't even get me started on Jerome Baker. Woo! All right, Wentz under center on 2nd and 7, hands the ball off again, a run up the middle, and Taylor is just eating right now. Taylor literally gets about 11 yards on that run. Oh, no, that's Hines. That wasn't Taylor, but the Colts are running this ball. Whew. Let's go, Colts. Here we go. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Wentz in a shotgun. 4-man rush coming. They bring Taylor back in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Wentz back to pass, throws. Has his guy another first down. That's going to be good for about 14 to 15 yards. 15 to be exact. And they are already in Baltimore's territory. This is not a good start for Baltimore. Just not a good start for Baltimore. Whew. Here we go again. Wentz in the shotgun, calls an audible at the line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back on his left hip. Hands the ball off. A run up the middle, good for another 5 yards. Maybe 4, but I think 5. They give him 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. TD, what the Tua Nears excuse going to be when Tua loses the game next weekend? Tua stats 17 to 26, 0 TDs, 2 interceptions. Well, they're not going to have an excuse because that's not what Tua's going to do. Listen, I'm going to tell you what Tua's going to do in a second next week. As Wentz is under center with one receiver to the left, single running back deep in the backfield, he hands the ball off again. Patient running, pushing forward, gets 3 yards. So we're going to have 3rd and 3 coming up. Tua is going to come out. He's going to look sharp. He's going to complete a lot of passes. I think that we're going to actually run the ball very well. They're going to hand that ball off to Gaskins a lot. Gaskins is going to eat. And Tua is going to make plays. Receivers are going to have a really nice day and have a field day. I mean, I just think it's going to be a real fun game where we actually feel good about being Dolphins and we get a W on the board and go 2-4. And I think Tua puts up about 280 yards. Yeah, I know that's a lot for him, but I think he can do it. As the Colts get another first down to the 29-yard line on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to say Tua's going to have – no, let me not go 280. Let me go 240 because we're going to run the ball well. And 240 is going to be a good game for him. I mean, it ain't one of the great games like most quarterbacks, but for him, that's a good game. And I think he's going to get 2 touchdowns no matter how it comes, whether one is passing, 2 is passing, 1 is passing, 1 is throwing. running, whatever. He's going to get 2 touchdowns, and I'm going to give him 0 picks. I'm going to give him 0 interceptions. He's going to have a clean game. Everybody's going to be hoorahing, saying Tua is the reason we won. See the difference, we win with him. Everybody going to be lit. I just think that's what we're going to be dealing with. As the Colts complete another pass for 7 yards on the play, and we have that's 8 yards, 2nd and 2 coming up. I really see that from Tua in this game. But we'll see. I'm hopeful. All right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Wentz in the shotgun, running back on his right hip, tight end on the left side of the line, takes the snap, another handoff. Oh, reverse course. Spins off, comes, and gets the first. Wow. Hines gets the first. I don't know how he got it, but we got 1st and 10 in the red zone from the 19 now. Baltimore might get blown out in this game. They haven't had a single answer for the Colts offense. Tua not going to play. That's a possibility. I can't rule it out. That is a possibility, but we'll see. Here we go. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Wentz in the shotgun. Wentz back to pass. Fakes the little screen. Throws the other side for the screen. A broken tackle moving forward, but we got a flag, and that might be on the offense. It might be coming back for a low block. Pass interference on the offense, number 11, 10-yard penalty is going to be 1st and 20 now. He started blocking before he even threw the ball. All right, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Wentz in the shotgun. Wentz audibles the play. Wentz takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throw the slant, Eaton. Another 12 yards, 14 yards actually. 2nd and 6 coming up. All right, here we go. Wentz takes the snap, back to pass. Wentz is going to get sacked and fumbles. Baltimore gets the ball. That's the play they needed. They definitely needed because they couldn't stop nothing. They needed that one. Y'all hit that like button. Everybody who's donated today, by the way, thank y'all so much. I appreciate the donations and the love and the support to the channel. Everybody who hit that like button today, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everybody who subscribed today, which we had like 13 subscribers today, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you. Hope you enjoy it. Right now, we got the Indianapolis Colts and Baltimore Ravens. We played the Ravens this year. We already played the Colts and lost. Shouldn't have, but we did. It's a shame they only got 1 win this season, and that's against us. But they might beat Baltimore tonight. The way things are going right now, it's a good chance that can happen. Looks like he was offsides. They didn't call it, huh? X played us, man. We should have traded him when we was acting up in the secondary as the most expensive. It's too expensive and not even playing well. Listen, y'all done been on this channel. Y'all heard what I've been saying for 2 years. Trade Xavier Howard and get the most value that you can right now out of him. I've been saying that for 2 years. Now his value freaking falling. Now his value falling, but you're still gonna be fooled because when we play all these trash bum teams, he gonna get interceptions, and y'all gonna be like, "Yeah," and TD talk about trade the man. We get interceptions on bums, man. Telling y'all this for 2 years, man. The regression is Flores. Oh, Flores out there playing defense for him, huh? That's X's regression is because of Flores. Y'all funny. Y'all keep that narrative up about Flores trying to deflect. Flores ain't out there on the field. I don't care if the game plan is trash. Guys still out there just getting beat mano y mano, 1-on-1, getting toasted. All right. Lamar Jackson, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun, running back on his right hip. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, run up the middle, only good for 1 yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Toast is tasty, though. It's that burnt toast, though, bro, where you got to take the butter knife and try to scrape it off and see if it's still okay. Whew. Jerome Baker got paid for what? Man, don't ask me. I was questioning it from the get-go. Everybody was like, TD, why you hating on Baker, man? He's always been available. He's one of our best players. I'm like, you done lied. Stop lying to yourself. As Lamar Jackson finds a wide open tight end, Andrews, and hits him on the blitz. Good job by Lamar Jackson hitting the hot read. Why? Because that man was blitzing and he went straight to the guy who was blitzing. The defender that was blitzing, he went straight to who he was supposed to have. See, that's what I give Lamar that. At least he reads stuff like that. He does not have a creative elite arm in this league as far as certain passes. All right, pistol. Lamar Jackson hands it off, run to the right, and it's going to get 2 yards on the run, and that'll be all. All right, Lamar back to pass again. Lamar gonna try to run and only gets 3 yards on the run. So it's gonna be about 3rd and 4 coming up. Malik Willis. I haven't checked him out really. I'll have to go check him out for me to give a real assessment on him. Yes, hit that like button, guys. All right, 3rd and 4. Baltimore need this. They can't afford to give it up now. Lamar on a quarterback keeper, and he gets ran down. No good. He gets 1 yard. They're going to have to punt the ball again. They are not trying to let Lamar run that ball. And Lamar, sometimes you can shut Lamar down and then he get that 1 for 60 yards on you. Wow. The kick is up. And this is going to be returned. Hines gets to the 20-yard line. And we're going to have 7 seconds left in the first quarter. So we'll have one more play. X, Flores, Greer, and Tua need to go. Yeah, I don't agree. Leave Flores out of this. Wentz hands the ball off. And, man, they are running this ball. That's another 12 or 13 yards on first down. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. T. Rich said, keep your head up, everyone. I agree. Tua is on the way, T. Rich. Tua on the way, baby. Hey, Tua is on the way. Y'all better keep y'all head up. I don't know what y'all tripping for. Tua is on the way. Y'all don't know that? Y'all are tripping, man. Y'all better get it straight. We must have forgot who the Tagovailoa King is. Tua is on the way. Let's go. Let's go. Here we are. All right, let me put this on real quick. All right, gotta put this one in. All right. All right, got it. Tua is my quarterback. He's all of our quarterback if you're a Dolphins fan. TD, I guarantee Flores will get fired with Greer. Ross said it himself that he is too old to be waiting on a Super Bowl. He wants it now. That's why these clowns ain't going to be here long, especially Greer. It's Greer. It ain't got nothing to do with Flores. Ross ain't crazy. He knows who's made bad decisions. Flores is being given a team of players who are underachieving. Flores was given to a Tagovailoa. Flores was given all them young offensive linemen. It is what it is. Here we go. Wentz shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wentz takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Quick slant, incomplete. Great coverage by the corner. Doesn't let him get the play. What do you think about the Gruden situation? I'm glad you said that. I heard he said some type of racial something. I didn't even know what it was. Let me see. I don't even know what he said, and it was an old thing he said while he worked for a network or something. But I need to let me see. All right, Wentz fakes the double handoff and throws a screen, but it's incomplete. He insulted the head of the players union. I had to actually just see what he said. All right, Wentz back to pass, throws the comeback, and that's good to the sideline. I'm actually reading what he said now. I'm reading what he said now. Gruden called the league commissioner Roger Goodell and the clueless anti-football and said that Goodell should have no pressure, Jeff Fisher, then the coach of the Rams, to draft Wentz with another completion, good for 7 yards. Fisher Rams draft reference to player chosen by the team in 2014. Oh, so it was homophobic language? Mm, I don't get it. I don't see they saying that it was racist email he sent. I'm trying to understand the racist email. I see the homophobic slur things he said. I'm looking for the racist things he said according to this. Um, I'll find it. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. A run up the middle. Taylor is gonna fight and literally get it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Uh, all right, Robert executive Chris Pollard called for the NFL Gruden's comments with their remedy. Man, what did he say about him? Ashamed, I insulted Smith and added that. Thought when he said that. All right. A run up the middle for no yards. Y'all bear with me. I'm getting to it. I'm just reading it. Oh, he said the head of the Football Players Association had lips the size of a Michelin tires. Okay. Wentz back to pass. I'll give you my thoughts about it in a second as I let it digest. All right, let me address the racist quote unquote racist comment first. The head of the NFLPA had lips the size of Michelin tires. It's a bad joke because you're a professional and you shouldn't be making those jokes. So shame on him as a professional. But as a human being, um, well, first off, it's insultive, but if it was comedy, I ain't gonna lie, it would be funny because I've seen that man lips. He do got some big lips. Um, and I don't look at that as a Wentz gets sacked. I don't look at that as a racial thing. You know, I know some people like, even black people got big lips or this and that. I don't know. I don't know if I got big lips or not. I don't know. But I just know that as soon as I read it, he got lips the size of a Michelin tire. I thought about who he was talking about, and I was like, man, he do got them big lips. But whatever, people got offended by it. Then if it offended somebody, then it ain't right, being in the position he is. That's number one. Number two, the homophobic slurs. They out there on that field talking that crazy stuff all day, every day. And this all happened when the first I guess the first gay player came out and said that they were gay or something like that. And he made a comment about it. As a professional, once again, you can't be doing that. And as far as the comment itself, is just something that shouldn't be made. It's not good. But they out there making them comments all day. They out there calling each other PUSSYs, and they all out there calling them, queers and all that stuff all day on the field. In football, that's what they're doing. But at the end of the day, no matter if I don't care or not about all that stuff, this is 2021. If you hold a position that high and you're making the type of money that you're making, you're going to be held to that high standard to be that role model to help drive agendas. And unfortunately, hey, they went back in the past and caught you saying something. So it is what it is. I ain't got nothing to think about it. I'm going to be honest. I can care less. I can care less. The comments that I just read and all that stuff, who cares? And I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with y'all. My take is I'm so sick and tired of people getting offended about being of everything. I don't care if it's offensive to me. And hey, at the end of the day, they said it. Did it hit me? Did he hit me? Did he put his hands on me? We done got so much out of that era. Like, I know this used to sound like some soft stuff. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But gosh, it's like we need to go back to the little elementary sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me or whatever. We need to go back to it. Because now words hurt more than physical contact. I keep telling y'all this on the stream. Where did all this sensitivity come from? It's just taking over, and it's sickening. It's sickening. And yeah, I got an opinion. That's why I do what I do. I ain't owned by nobody. I can give my honest opinion. I can care less. Ain't nobody gonna come and be like, hey, fire TD because he didn't care. He didn't care. That's why if the Miami Dolphins say, hey, we want you to be one of our whatever. Nah, you ain't finna tell me what I can say and what I can't say. Freedom. I'm sick of it. These agendas need to stop, man. All this softness out here. You gonna listen. Let gay people be gay people. People need to leave them alone, by the way. They have a right to be whatever they want to be, whatever they believe and whatever they feel on any given day. Let them be. People need to leave them alone. But that community also need to stop attacking people, because that happens too. I'm all for the gay community or homophobic, all that stuff. You do you. I ain't got nothing against that. It ain't how I operate, but I have nothing to say about how anybody else operates. But that community needs to also stop beating up on other people for their opinion. They need to stop that mess. Lamar Jackson takes off and gets about 10 yards on the run to run his team to a first down. Good job. Exactly. To each his own. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is, one thing I don't like is that community is, I feel like, taking advantage of the movement as well, though. People still entitled their opinion. I could say right here, right now, I don't believe in it, but you do you. Oh, he needs to be canceled because he doesn't believe in it. See, you're going too far. I have a right too. I got a right to voice my opinion. I got a right to say what I want to say. Listen, man, y'all don't even understand. I have friends that are A homosexual, bro, I don't see it no other way. Hey, you want to go grab a drink? Let's go. I mean, they live their life how they live their life. I ain't asking them to come home and be in my bed. I don't get all that. I don't understand all that stuff. People do what they want to do, and people need to stop hating on them for choosing what they want to do. But that community need to also stop abusing their power. Oh, Finsanity just texted me and said John Gruden is retiring. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that sucks because he shouldn't after the comments that I read. And listen, the thing happened like 10 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. The thing happened like 10 years ago. You made a mistake, bro. Come out and apologize and keep coaching your football team. I mean, the world makes mistakes. You make a mistake, you make a comment, you do something that people don't appreciate, you apologize, you try to do some work in that area to show that you're a better man, and you move on. A perfect example. He resigning. They got people out here resigning. Oh boy, I tell you. Oh, I tell you. Couldn't be me. I'd be going out letting everybody know how I feel. It could be me. Couldn't be me. Freaking simple. Lamar goes down again. They're gonna punt the ball again. It's simple, man. Come out, apologize, do something to help whatever community you offended out, and keep it moving. I don't know. It's just how my faith is, man. He who without sin cast the first stone. That's what kills me. He without sin cast the first stone. People got bags full of rocks to throw out here on social media. Like they perfect. Like they perfect. Amazing to me, man. Man, that kind of deflates Raiders season. Shaking my head. Why all this couldn't happen before we played them then? Man, why all this couldn't happen before we played them? Gosh. Bye, Gruden. I mean, I don't care. That's my thing. I don't care. I feel like Gruden is a sucker for resigning in the first place. You should have made him fire you. You should have made him fire you. I feel like he a sucker for resigning in the first place, so good for him. You should have made him fire you. Ain't nobody freaking perfect. Y'all want to own this stuff to the umpteenth degree. No, man. Make them fire you. It's probably what they were about to do. And they said resign so this could look peaceful. Oh, no. Make a statement. Fire me. Fire me. And then when you fire me, I'm going to go out publicly and say my piece about this whole cancel culture. I made a mistake. Is it worth me just ending it all because of a few words? All this soft stuff, man. I can't stand it, man. That's the part about it. Whether it was wrong or not, I'm not condoning nothing he did. But I can't stand all this sensitive crap that be going on. Got people, and yeah, he's going to be good off with his money. But you got people out here, real people, hardworking people losing their livelihood over a few words. Insanity said Dave Chappelle was so right. I just saw that special like 2 days ago. And this is exactly what Dave Chappelle was talking about. This is exactly what he was talking about. I'm not perfect, but how you multiple like the Bible say? How you multiple like the Bible say? Elaborate, because maybe you wrote that wrong. It's a crazy world, TD. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm telling y'all, bro, that's why I had to switch my whole life, man. I had to, man, y'all don't even understand. I worked 10 years in corporate America. Started at an entry job and worked my way all the way up to upper management. All the way up. All the way up. hiring, firing, business planning, corporate meetings, traveling, region to region, projects, all that crap, man. And at the end of the day, the one thing I realized, man, I'm sitting here making somebody else money who on a yacht in Brazil right now, just chilling. And I'm no. And listen, I took a risk and I left. And I said, I don't want nobody to be my boss no more. And all I'm gonna say at the end of all of that, God is good. God is good. And with today's world, with this cancel culture, where you got to worry about what you put on your Facebook, your social media, or your job might say something or this and that. Nah, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. So all y'all who be hitting me up on Instagram talking about you got all those subscribers and you abuse it by the things you say. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. I don't answer to you. I don't answer to you. Bust my behind not to answer to nobody. All these guys out here working for the media and everybody got to be hush mouth about how they truly feel. What kind of freedom is that you can't speak your mind? What kind of freedom is that if you can't even speak your mind? And I still don't even speak my mind 100% because I respect people at least. But at the same token, stuff like this crap that just happened, no, man. Like, gosh, like you can't make a single mistake and do better as a person, as a woman or man in this country anymore. You can't make a mistake and just and have any form of redemption. They want your life to be over if they could. And I'm gonna be honest, it's some real grudgeful behavior. It's some real spiteful behavior that's going on. You said this about me, you must pay. Like it's some real spiteful instead of just letting it roll off your chin and praying for them and moving on. They didn't put their hands on you. They said some words that they truly believed, but since what they believe is offensive to you, the powers that be cancels you. But that tells you enough right there. Who's really in charge? Who's really in charge? This season is different. It is. Who's really in charge out here? And I'm just waiting on a single company to stand up and be like, nah, it is what it is. They said what they believe. I'm not going to get mad at that, but they don't want to lose that money. They don't want to lose that dollar. It's all about the bottom dollar. They don't want the bad publicity. But I'm just curious why some bad publicity is ignored and other bad publicity is accepted. Incoming Adam Gates to Vegas. That's crazy. Just curious, man. It's crazy to me. Innocent black man get killed, a player take a knee, and it's World War III. Somebody say some words that all them players out there using on the field every game, and you force them to resign because it hurt the wrong type of people feelings. And yeah, I said type of people because it's just interesting. It's interesting to me. Shows racist, misogynistic, and anti-gay language. Oh my gosh. By the way, I have to say this after reading this on my screen. Racist, which the whole lips and Michelin thing, they need to stop that crap. Misogynistic, I don't know. I got to go look at that. Anti-gay language. You know what? I don't understand either. I'm not anti-gay. As far as for other people, they do what they want. But for me, I'm anti-gay for me. So if I believe that, I'm not allowed to say it. You can do what you do, but for me, I am for me. That kills me. I don't go that way, but if you go that way, you're all fine. I don't look at you any different. But for me, I am. But then I can get canned for feeling that way. It amazes me, man. You can't even feel the way you want to feel or believe what you want to believe if it goes against who? Who's in power? That's what y'all gotta. That's what y'all gotta ask yourself. That's what y'all gotta ask yourself. That makes me feel like imagining a world where they say, "But TD, you believe in God. We would like for you to resign." Why? Because that's what it is in today's society. If you believe in God, we feel like you're against everybody else. We need you to resign. It don't make any sense. It's my belief. Doesn't matter. It offends certain people. Like they can go as far as they want. All they need is to be on whatever side that's opposite of yours. What started this conversation? Freaking John Gruden resigning like a sucker. He a sucker for that. I don't care. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I don't care what that man did. He could have called me the N-word and all that. If you apologize, it wasn't good. Now I know they're gonna fire him if you do that. But you apologize, you blah blah blah. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is this cancel culture is a little too aggressive. And what I mean by that is, at what point can a human being be forgiven? At what point can a human being be a better person? And y'all wonder why our recidivism rate is as high as it is right now. I got to go look at the updated stats, but last I saw, 70% of all ex-cons, it's a 70% recidivism rate, meaning they go back. It's because we're not rehabilitating. We're just putting them out there in conditions where they're going to reoffend and come right back. And I feel like we don't even have a society where we even believe anybody can change. And that's part of the problem. We don't even believe in ourselves. I feel like everybody has done something in their life that they won't do it again because they learned a lesson from it. Something. I don't care what it is. It could be something as simple as when that first time you learned not to touch that hot stove. You got burnt and you said, "Oh, I ain't supposed to do that again," because there's consequences to that. But I'm supposed to hold the first time against you where you touched the stove before, so I just think you stupid for the rest of your life. No. We do not promote. And why you think mental health keep declining in this country? Because we don't promote actually recovery. We don't promote forgiveness. We don't promote healing. And if nobody feels like you can heal or you could change and you could be a better person, if they're always going to look at you like a devil, then a lot of times that manifests into what you might as well just keep being. And once again, for the record, I don't condone a single thing that he did. Shame on him being a professional. But it's 10 years ago. He's apologized for it. I think he deserves an opportunity to show that he is a changed person. But no, we ain't going to give him that opportunity over some words that everybody on this football field tonight out here using. As, who is that? Sammy Watkins with a really good pass from Lamar Jackson for 28 yards. TD, you're being ridiculous. Go to any job and say that stuff he said, you are getting fired. This isn't a cancel culture thing. Charles Bradley, you're ridiculous. I've already told y'all that's why I left corporate America, because I ain't finna have nobody telling me what I can believe and what I can't believe, what I can say and what I can't say. So you're ridiculous. Y'all quick to call somebody ridiculous because if you go to a corporate job, they would do the same thing. Well, guess what? How about me tell you, leave your corporate job so that you can have freedom? Yeah, but you ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that, though. So if you ain't going to do that, don't tell me what's ridiculous. See, I'm willing to take the risk and go get my freedom. But don't sit here and tell me I'm ridiculous, because I did it. I did it. So if you ain't willing to go get your own freedom, then you stay under those unfair rules. You stay under those unfair rules where you can't speak your mind and say what you believe because it's corporate America. What that mean? What corporate America mean? All it means is that you making somebody else some money. That's all corporate America means. I did 10 years in it at the highest positions you could just about be in. That's what corporate America is. An opportunity to make somebody else money that they don't have to work for. And I did it. And I grinded. And I bust my behind doing it. Bust my behind doing it. And now some of them, somebody just put it in the comment section. You're so right. Now they're trying to tell you if you get the vaccination, if you don't get the vaccination, you can be fired. And the Supreme Court already ruled that that is constitutional. It is constitutional that if an employer wants to do it, they can do it. Again, corporate America ain't nothing but giving your rights away. But I understand you got to do what you got to do to get that cash for your family, because I did it. And I'm grateful to be blessed to get out of that situation. Everybody isn't as fortunate, but everybody also ain't willing to take risks. Comment without the curse words, please. Yeah, if you can help the channel out, we try our very best to refrain from curse words. We got families that watch the channel, and when I say families, mamas, daddies, and their kids, and they enjoy the content. So we try to keep it as clean as possible. Certain things slip up sometimes, but if we keep it clean as possible, you know, parents are more likely to allow, even their young kids to watch the channel. Because the content is friendly. It's for them. Good debate, good healthy stuff, no craziness. Gruden has not resigned. That's bull crap, but he will. It was just on ESPN, bro, that they have decided to part ways. They just came out. It was breaking news. John Gruden and the Raiders have officially decided to part ways. First time I agree with TD. First time. Oh man, it's crazy. I don't know, man. I'm just telling y'all. I'm like a weird guy to a degree where I'm very mental. Like I think about everything, and it's been like a blessing since I was a kid, where I've paid attention to society and life ever since a young kid, and I've seen the change. That's why I tell people, if you're between the age right now of like and I could be wrong, it could be more or less, but I think the people between the age of 30 and 40, you're special. And I don't mean that in like any better than anybody else, but you're special. You got to witness 3 eras, like 3 different changes in this country, to where you would have the best understanding over a lot of people. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. And the reason why I don't say people like over 40 typically fall in this category, some of them do. If they actually took the chance to get integrated into technology, then yeah, they are. Because what did we get to see for those between that age? They got to see the 80s, a part of the even the bad parts of this country, even with even the crack epidemic, that whole time frame. You got to see the 90s of Say No to Drugs. You got to see the early 2000 terror. It's sadly to say terrorism at a height. I mean, you even got to see. You saw so many changes. You got to saw official crash of the economy twice, so you could understand. You got to see racial tension in this country at an all-time high, the highs and the lows. You got to see a black president. You got to see Donald Trump become president, a guy who nobody expected to win, but he did. You got to see that. You got to see a pandemic in COVID. And now that's just what you got to see. But you also experienced a little bit of the industrial age through your parents. You got to see how they carry themselves. You actually were the only group of people who lived the transition and understood the transition of industrial into technology and all of that. You actually piloted all the technology. You got to see that world, the middle, and the finish on the back end of it. You got to see all of that. Those that came before that, they were so stuck in their ways, they weren't really interested in changing much later. Those who came after that in the 90s or the mid 90s or the early 2000s, they have no clue what was behind them. We are that group of people that got to see it all. So y'all got to use that. You got to see the movements, the women's movement. You got to see the LGBTQ movement. You got to see all of these things happen. And people before that don't really care much about it. And people after that, they didn't have no idea where we came from. You have a perspective that should really be studying everything and helping make all the right decisions for us as a nation. This country went through an adjustment. First and 10 or first and goal for first and 10 from the 11 for Baltimore. But yeah, man, you got to see all of that. You got to see all of that. You got to see cash for clunkers. Tell me if y'all remember what cash for clunkers was. I mean, I'm just naming crazy stuff, but I remember because I used cash for clunkers. When I was early in college, I had like a Lincoln Town car, and the governmental program, if you trade in them gas guzzlers, they'll give you a credit for it. And I used that on the purchase of another car. And they gave you cash for your old car clunker. It could have been a beat up old bad clunker or old car. They'll still give you like 4,000 or something like that. I forgot what it was. But we done been through so much and seen so many things. Wow. Hollywood Brown was wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar never seen him. And we got to actually see how social media is impacting everything in a positive and a negative. And I got to be honest with y'all. Some of y'all ain't going to like me for this, but we also got to witness how dumb we're getting. And I say we're as a nation. Yeah, I said it. How freaking dumb we're getting. How everything is becoming so easy for us that we don't even verify anything. If somebody said it, it's true. And you can go online today, and no matter what your opinion is, you can find an argument that makes it a fact. I can say this pen is green. I can go online and justify why this pen is actually blue. It's crazy. We don't do no research. All we do is listen to people on TV tell us what we should believe now. And if they said it, it has to be true. That's why it's so easy to manipulate now. Come out and you say something is true, everybody believe it, and they'll argue with you up and down. Then you say, go look up the facts and show me. No, I don't need to. And they won't dare try to. I don't have time for that. So how do you know what you're saying is true? Because I could tell you it's false. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. And they take the easy road out. It's sad, man. Somebody said CNN false news. Oh, man, all these outlets false news. Their job is to drive their narrative, all of them. Oh, incomplete on 3rd and 4. Baltimore can't get in the end zone. They're going to have to kick a field goal. Quinte said, you're right. And I'm sitting back just watching it all. All this freaking division in this country. Why we can't just have somebody run for president, believe in them, like most of the nation believe in them, because they gonna promise you, like just give me one person that's gonna promise you transparency. I'm telling y'all, real talk. I know. Here's the crazy thing. Somebody will look at me. I'll be like, like I tell y'all, I'm gonna run for president in about 20 years. And y'all may think that's a joke. I will, whether I win or not. But why we can't just get one president that says, I don't have to know everything. My job is to consult with you, the American people, and let's figure this out together. Instead of having all these lies on the TV. Why can't we just have a president get in the White House, do a freaking live stream every night with the American people? 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. All right. Every year we got 365 topics and we're going to be talking about them. We're going to be following up on them. All right. What's one of the big issues in this country? Okay. The border. I don't know. The border. All right. So I brought in some people that said that they're against border security, and I got some people that say that they for border security. Let's hear it all. Y'all elected me to make the final decision. I just want to hear it all the arguments, so I can tell y'all what's really best. Instead of all of this bantering and this fake news and this and that and this, and then just talk it out. So I want to ask the American people, I'm going to put a poll online. American people, tell me what you really think about it. And let the American people decide. Give you their opinions so you can really get the pulse of the people. But we sitting here electing these elected officials that are working out for their best interests, and on a case, like y'all notice elected officials will have 10 things that they're going to do. 9 of them are for themselves or their surroundings and their partners and all that out there. And one major thing is for you to make you feel like they're working for you. We need a president that's going to literally have these conversations every night. Immigration. Do you want to allow everybody in the country open borders? These people say yes, because everybody should have the right to liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, I get that. That's beautiful. These people say no because it's messing up the country. Okay, I hear you. Now, let's talk about both of them. Yeah, we want everybody to have liberty, pursuit of happiness, and freedom. But at the same token, we also have to realize that if we open the borders today, there's 350 million Americans in the U.S. If we said the United States has officially opened their borders, every country, if you want to come to the U.S., you can come be a citizen. Tomorrow, all y'all lights will be out. There will be no food on the shelf. All power grids will be overloaded. All highways will be full. Everything would go to a disaster. Has any politician actually told y'all that? That's why every year there is a certain amount of people that are allowed into the country so our infrastructure can keep up with that growth. But has anybody ever told anybody that? I know, because I researched it. I'm trying to figure out the pros and cons to everybody's argument. Has anybody ever said that? There's all type of different things. And then on top of it, so since we can't just open the borders because it'll overload our system, nobody will have food, nobody will this and that, we'll have a shortage of everything. So once we come up with that conclusion, I think all Americans will say, well, yeah, we can't open borders. Why then? Let's just continue the process of letting this amount in per year. I don't care if it's 100,000 a year. Let that many in a year. That's more resourceful for everybody. All right. So now that we're only letting 100,000 in a year, now we have to debate and talk about what 100,000, because it becomes racist or biased or whatever. What 100,000? So you break things down on levels like that instead of all this fighting of, and we fighting about the surface and don't even know the true facts of it all. It's crazy. And the Colts trying to go put some points on the board before halftime as Wentz keeps slinging the rock, and it's another flag out on the field, man. We need a weekly TD show. No, the president need to be live every day talking to the American people, helping them understand how this country actually operates, the pros and cons of everything, so we can stop living in ignorance and believe in politicians that want to lie on each other just to get elected. Just to get elected, man. It's sickening. All our problems will be gone if we could just get that one person that can do right by everybody. And you're never going to make everybody happy, but at the same token, you got to do what's best. Half of the things we arguing about, we actually agree on. It's just how they're presented makes us look like we disagree. Talking points, man. Wentz trying to throws the another out, and that's still going to be in bounds. So the clock is going to tick. They running down the field on the Baltimore again, man. Oh man, all y'all in here talking about how you don't like this president or that president. It ain't the president, man. Y'all worrying about a president who ain't making no difference for you regardless. You need to be more concerned about Congress. The people who really making the decisions. Oh man. Yeah, John Gruden out of there, man. Y'all talk about RIP Raiders Nation. Man, no. Why it couldn't be RIP after they right before they played us? We had to take that loss. Uh-oh. It's tightening up. Say it again, TD. Say what again? We need to decentralize the government. Wentz throws another quick one, but that's incomplete. He dropped it. Now you might as well shoot for maybe a Hail Mary, or will you go for a long field goal? TD, did you see John Gruden resign? Yeah, we just got through talking about that for like 30 minutes, bro. We just finished talking about it for 30 minutes. All right, we're gonna have a Hail Mary situation probably. Nope. Just a quick one. Didn't get out of bounds. They're gonna call a timeout. Now they should be in field goal range. Take the field goal. I mean, you should be in field goal range now. Mm. How about no Republicans, no Democrats? How about that? That's kind of what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It ain't nothing but division. But it's the way that's the way it's set up. That's the way it's set up. So we have to that's the way it operates. So you got to be able to operate within that landscape. He missed the field goal, but there should be a flag of all sides. And they're going to give them a whole nother chance to kick it. Terrible. That'll never happen. Party loyalty is big money. I agree. I wouldn't even take that approach because then that's a guaranteed way to lose. There's only two ways. Socialist / communist or Capitalism. Mm. Yeah, I'll tell you now, I'm definitely a believer of capitalism. No question about it. By definitely. Um I've done too much research on socialistic societies. That's basically, whether y'all know it or not, that's what's happening in Venezuela now. That's why a lot of their citizens keep fleeing, trying to get into the US. Mm. Even that whole thing, like capitalism, everybody, a lot of people don't like capitalism because it allows you to become a very wealthy person. You're capitalizing off of, and there's arguments that there are some unfair things in it, and I understand that, especially whenever you have racial barriers and stuff like that. But I'm all for capitalism. This whole notion that we hear every 4 years about taxing the rich is the biggest distraction I have ever heard in my life, man. Like, I always ask people about that, with taxing the rich. They be like, "Yeah, the rich needs to be taxed. There's no reason why Amazon actually got a tax credit." You know how many people Amazon employs? People don't understand. Wealthy companies, if they got taxed more, all they would do is lay off employees, and the ones that they keep make them do double the work. So are you really taxing them? They're still going to get the same profits. They're going to have more mad people when the unemployment is going to be higher. But you know what happens when you allow companies to make more and more and more and more and more profits? They don't just sit it in their pocket and say, "I'm rich." They take all those millions and billions of dollars and they grow their company to become even larger. But what does that do? Provide more jobs, more working jobs so people can actually take care of their family. That's the goal of, but people say, "Well, this company's worth billions. Now that owner is a billionaire." That owner's bank account does not say $1 billion. He owns $1 billion or more in assets. The value of the company and everything is worth billions and billions. You can't look in his bank account and see billions of raw dollars. It's not how it works. And a matter of fact, they don't want to pay taxes anyway, nor will they. They're just going to spend their money to grow. You know who pays the most taxes in this country? The middle class. All y'all who working your behind off, you hard working Americans that make between, what, I don't know what it is considered now, but I'm just gonna say about 35 to what, $100,000 a year. All y'all pay the most taxes in this country, not the people making millions and billions. Because if they made $50 million this year, they're going to go buy they're going to go buy a whole nother region. If they got a merchandise store that made $50 million, you're just going to put one in LA, one in New York, one in Miami. They're going to spend millions of dollars to put more of them out there, and all of that is a tax write-off. They don't pay taxes. And then they also have 3 years to report their losses. So even if they gained 50 million this year, they made sure that they lost 30 million a year before by buying more properties or buying more equipment for the company, and they can report it later. These people don't pay taxes at all. So we need to stop listening to these politicians saying we're going to raise the taxes on the rich. They look at you and they laugh like, "Don't do it," even though it doesn't matter. And it ends up getting passed down to the hardest working Americans. Those are the people who pay the most taxes. That has been proven, ladies and gentlemen. You make between 35 and 100 and something, whatever that cutoff is, 125,000 or something, you pay the most taxes in this country. And I agree with the government not making large corporations pay taxes. Why would you say that, TD? They need to pay their fair share. They are already paying their fair share. They're giving tens and 50s and hundreds of thousands of people jobs so that they can have food in their refrigerator. That's their freaking taxes. They're hiring. Well, all they're doing is getting richer by getting bigger. The bigger they get, the more people have jobs. So your child can have a job. So your child's child can have a job. That's why it's capitalism. Yeah, they were smart enough to start a business and own a business. Yeah, they're wealthy. I get that. They're wealthy. But at the same token, people ignore the jobs that they provide. Imagine your job coming in tomorrow and saying we closing down because we can't, make enough profits because we're getting taxed too much. Why do you think they have this fight about trade with China versus the US? It's all about taxes and tariffs. If the US raises taxes on corporations, they're going to fire y'all, put the factory in China for 10% of the cost, and ship it over here and sell it to you for less. Ain't that crazy? And they're going to sell it to you for less. At first thought, you're like, hey, I'd rather pay less for my goods. But where you going to get the money to pay it if you ain't got enough jobs in the country? Because what happens when the unemployment rate is at an all-time high? Crime goes up, health goes down, suicides go up. That's how countries fall. People need jobs to take care of their family. And that's why the government has always, regardless of a Republican or a Democrat being in office, they have always given companies tax breaks. But I just get angry when I hear one side or the other try to lie as if we're going to tax the rich because it's unfair to you people. They are pulling on your heartstrings to get your vote when they know as soon as they get in office, they are not going to raise the corporate tax. They will never raise the corporate tax. And if they do, they know they're not going to get the money from it anyway. It's that simple. I remember 10 years ago, every little startup company was going to China trying to get them to make their goods and have them come back to the US and sell them. And that's one thing Trump did that was amazing. Put tariffs on goods coming in from China because they were. I mean, he was right about that. They're stealing our jobs. China can make things cheaper because they got people over there in their country making $3 a day and living. Imagine if you made $3 a day. But when you got citizens in certain provinces of China making $3 a day, that's why you could sell some of the same products for half the price in the US. The only real cost is shipping it over here. And that's how you manipulate your currency. And that's what Trump kept telling people. China's manipulating their currency. They're playing unfair to the US. They're stealing our jobs and they're basically taking the country down. And that's how you do it. It's economic warfare. That's exactly how you do it. And when he put those tariffs on China, which meant if you ship this product to the US, there's a 30% tax. If you ship that product to the US, there's a 70% tax. There's a this and that tax. Basically made products coming from China unaffordable for the American people, where they might as well buy it from a US company, let that US company grow. And when that US company grows, it can hire more people in the US. That's why we had the lowest unemployment rate that we've ever had. It's one thing I always say about Trump. From an economic standpoint, he definitely knew what he was talking about. From a social standpoint, I just don't understand the team around him. They never could help him. Who is in his corner to not tell him, Don, don't say that. That's stupid for you to say. Don, even though you're speaking your mind, that's racist for you to say. Don, even though you may have a point, that's just not proper to say. It's crazy, man. Then you can get a president who socially is the best. Obama can talk and be great to people, but knew nothing about economics. Not a single thing. It's hard to find a perfect guy. You get a guy that's going to bring jobs and great economics, and he's just has a loose mouth that just ain't good for nobody. You get a guy who got the best mouth that's good for everybody, don't know nothing about economics. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. That's why we always fight in every election. Because some people like, I need somebody to speak to me with respect. And other people like, I need somebody to put my family in a better position. And we just fighting. I'm like, oh, Lord, look at what's going on out here. Man. And both sides don't realize they both right. Oh, man. Trump has no idea about economics, though. He's got a team of advisors. Man, bruh, I'm going to tell you straight up, you're wrong. That man knew everything there is to know about economics. See, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, listen, I always say this. You ain't got to like the man, but you ain't got to diminish him just on purpose. That man knew everything there was to know about economics. Y'all can call that man stupid all you want. That man is a very intelligent man, especially when it comes to economics. Don't give me the team around him. I studied economics. I taught economics. And when he was on them stage talking about trade, tariffs, manipulation of currency, I knew exactly what he was saying, but I also knew 90% of the people don't know what you talking about right now. But I know exactly what you're talking about, and I know how I knew how China is definitely killing our economy right now. They are bullying our economy. And I knew every plan he had in place to change it, which was aggressive. I ain't gonna lie. It was one thing y'all don't realize. We went through warfare. That was economic warfare for 4 years with Trump. Trump was putting them tariffs on China. They put tariffs on our beef. And we are the number one producers to China with beef. And that was hurting our farmers. Our farmers were getting killed. They had to sign legislation to assist the farmers. That's how I'm telling you, it could collapse an economy. Y'all don't remember when the cost of certain things were going up and some things were coming down? All of that, we were actually going through a war where they were trading blows. China's like, oh, you want to do that? You want to tariff? Because you got to look at China's perspective. Man, we're sending so much products to the U.S. We were employing China's people. China don't have enough jobs. China don't have jobs to feed all them people. So we were employing Chinese people, the U.S. Why? Because we're buying everything from them. Oh, man, this is overseas. It'll get here next week. We were ordering. China. And their people are in factories working like, yes, thank God for the U.S. They're paying my bills this week over in China. And as we were growing their economy, ours was dying because nobody was buying American again, which means businesses were getting shut down. People were losing their jobs. Our unemployment rate was going up, which means crime is going up. It's a ripple effect. And they were trading blows. And Trump was like, nah, I need to bring our jobs back. Nope, we're going to put tariffs on all these things you're trying to send over here. And China's like, oh, because we put tariffs on them, Chinese people losing their jobs now. And now American jobs are coming back because the companies are being more profitable. It was a back and forth. Every week they were changing what they were tariffing. And then they struck a deal. And Trump I ain't gonna lie, he played hardball with them, boy. He was like, all right, I ain't gonna remove the tariffs, but I'm gonna move it from 30% to 20%. He was on a staggered approach, hitting them hard. And they knew. I ain't gonna lie, he was about his business when it came to China. I will tell you that 100%. And I know the ins and outs of it. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a thing of beauty. But gosh, what is up with his team? They can't get this man to just act right. But he definitely knew everything he needed to know about economics, though. And his team knew quite a bit as well. And that's a fact. Social issues, worst president ever on social issues. And it ain't because of the things that he put in place, it's just how he presented them. And he was unable to get anyone to believe in him because they thought that he was definitely a terrible person. And he has nobody to blame but himself because how he carried himself. How he carried himself. So I said, bro, you better chill. Like I said, I'm a free man. I get to speak my mind. Oh, great route. That was a great route by Pascal. But I understand, like people that don't understand that, they had no clue what this man was talking about the whole time. They thought he was just an idiot. He better go lead them Chinese people along. Like y'all didn't understand what was going on. They was bringing this country down. Y'all didn't understand the situation that we were in. All right, Wentz in the play action throws a deep one. It's floating in the air, and that is going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Who is that? Please be Pittman. Who is that? Was it Pittman? Please be Pittman. I know TD is a Trump supporter. I love it. USA. I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't support none of them. I don't support none of them. Pass interference, penalty decline, and that's Pittman. Got the touchdown. Cool. I don't support none of them. I don't support Republicans. I don't support Democrats. I support me, my family, and what's best for all people. There's too many agendas and parties. I look at both parties and see what's really good for everybody. And from there, I support policies, not people. I support policies, not people. Titty, what degree in economics do you have? I don't have a degree in economics. I had to go get certified in it to become a teacher in the subject. You don't need a degree in economics to know economics. Most economists don't even know economics to a full degree. International trade. I've basically gotten 2 business degrees without getting the degree. I have a degree in criminal justice and a minor in psychology. And whenever I start working for corporate America, in order to be in upper management, they require me to go back to school. They didn't require me to take any to actually get a business degree since I already had a degree, but they required me to take 12 required core business courses, of course, economics and accounting and all of that stuff, of course, but 12 business classes. But I didn't stop there. I took additional classes after that, international classes, because I wanted to understand international trade and international business. And I don't stop learning. I'm learning now. Some of y'all may not know this, but I'm in school now for no degree in particular, but I actually take courses on occasion. Sign up in college and say, let me take this course. Let me take that course. I already have a degree. I don't need another one, but let me take that course. Oh, they didn't offer this one at my college. I'm going to take that one. I have a degree in economics, TD. You speaking straight foolishness, shaking my damn head. Well, you're speaking foolishness, 4Ps. You tell me what I said that was incorrect. Please, I'm begging you right now. Tell me what I said that's incorrect. I'm really interested. Because I'll probably sit here and tell somebody who actually got a degree in economics why they don't know what the heck they talking about. Most people that got a degree in something still don't know what they talking about. Cause we all went to college and we know most of those same subjects you got a degree in don't even know what you talking about. Or do you, and by the way, if you have a degree in economics, are you involved in international trade? Do you have an international business that sells and markets in multiple countries like I do? I'm just curious. Or did you major in economics and you working in corporate America for somebody else? I'm just curious. I don't know your life. I'm asking. We're going to have a touchback on this. I'm taking economics right now. TD is speaking facts. I mean, the general basic economic courses, I think everybody's taking that. Well, not everybody, unless you're getting a business degree. TD, crank that Soldier Boy flex on them. I ain't trying to flex on nobody, bro. I know what I know. What's best for me in my life. But hey, nah, 4P's equal. Don't start talking to somebody else. Don't start talking to somebody else. I want to hear what you got to say about what I said and what I've said wrong. I want you to tell me from an economic standpoint what I said that was wrong. Don't start talking to somebody else. I've asked you a question live. I want to know. And you want to know why I really want to know? Is because a certain part of me is a scholar in this regard. If I did say anything wrong and you tell me this was incorrect and I go research and I find, wow, I actually misinterpreted that or this, I change it right away. And now I'm wise in that one area. So I'm always have a hunger for, I've done research. This is what I found. Somebody said I was wrong. Maybe I interpreted something wrong. You tell me, and now I'm a little bit wiser after I verify what you said and make sure it's true. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to tell me the specific thing I said that was wrong. Because you said, TD, I have a degree in economics. You don't know what you're talking about. Waiting. Hey, TD, we need to blitz more and often this Sunday morning. Yeah, but with these teams, you really don't have to blitz as much. But I say still send the house. I wasn't expecting international trade issues in football in a football game. You might as well. Y'all see that we're trying to have 3 games in Germany? The NFL is going international. It's international business here. We already got London, 2 different locations, 2 different places in London. And now they're trying to do 3 games in Germany. And at some point in the next 10 years, y'all mark my words, the NFL may have a team in another country. On another continent. Cricket chirps, CD. Don't say cricket chirps. Maybe he's just taking a while to type it because it's so much I said wrong. Maybe it's so much that I said wrong that he might be just taking his time to make sure that he elaborates clearly and type it out. I mean, y'all think I'm sitting here really trying to one up this guy. I'm really interested because I don't like to live in ignorance. That's one thing I don't like. Somebody say I'm wrong about something. I don't just, I ain't wrong, you wrong. No, well, you know what? I'm interested. Go ahead, tell me what I said wrong. Tua for president. You got to win this team over first. He got to get elected the captain of his own team first. Oh, man. Lamar throws a bullet to Hollywood Brown. Brown out here putting in work. First catch of the night for Hollywood Brown, but we're going to have 3rd and 3 coming up. Man, now I'm starting to worry that he did get missing on me. We'll see. Let me see the leaderboard. I'm smoking this guy. Yeah, I am starting to get worried. 4Ps did disappear on me now. Now I am starting to get worried. Shouldn't take that long to type it up for me. Lamar is out back there running for his life, and he's been doing a good job. Oh, you better be careful. Oh, he got out. I think he got the first down though. Good run by Lamar Jackson. Trump giving okay. 4Ps responded, and I like it. I already like this comment. He said Trump giving tax cuts to the rich means that the available money allocated to social welfare programs accrued from taxes will shrink, which will harm poor and working class people. Every economist agrees. No, every economist doesn't agree. This is where you watch TV and there are thousands of economists and they go find the 15 economists that will agree to make them look bad. And that's what you're going with right now. Let me help you understand something for 4Ps equal payoffs. Okay. First of all, Trump does not dictate where welfare dollars go. The federal government sends all funds for welfares or whatever the state wants to use it for. All money allocated based off of the census goes to the local state. Your governor allocates what programs that money is put into, not the president. Once the census is complete and the federal government knows what percentage of funds every state gets, the government sends the states those funds. It is your governor that says, hey, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to cut the welfare and I'm going to put it here instead. I'm going to cut this and put it there instead. Now, you're right. There may be a smaller pool of money, but that is still on your governors to decide which programs that money is distributed to. Governors only. Your president cannot say, hey, I'm going to cut everybody's food stamps that gets it. That is the state thing. That is on your governor, not the president, bro. So I don't know what news outlet that got the economists that want to drive their narrative said all economists we've interviewed agreed. And that's how they get you on TV. All the economists we've interviewed agrees with this, that it's going to hurt the social programs. No, your governor is going to decide where that money is allocated. So if the social programs are hurt, like a lot of states were complaining that Meals on Wheels for elderly would be hurt, the president even came out and said, that's on your governor. Leave me alone. Your governor is deciding where to allocate the funds sent to him. So some of y'all need to understand when it comes to money, it's not really the federal government. It's your governor. He gets his check and say, let's see what I'm going to do with my state. What I'm going to put the funds to. Not the president, bro. Come on, Mr. Economist. You should know this. You should know this. And also, that is sometimes cutting the funds that you send to a state is a necessary evil. Which would you rather? Put more money into creating more jobs or put more money into welfare? Ask the American people that and see what they say. Which one would you rather as a leader? Put more money into creating more jobs or put more money into welfare? So when people say, well, he's giving the wealthy a tax cut, we got to stop saying the wealthy. They're not giving the wealthy a tax cut. They're giving corporations, businesses, and companies tax cuts. They just use the word wealthy so you can associate it with the person and you can be jealous of them and hate them and say, don't do that. Don't give them tax cuts. So let's change that word wealthy and let's change it to company. Okay. Giving companies tax cuts allows them to hire more people and grow. When you grow, you have the ability to hire more people, which creates more jobs. So I ask you again, which would you rather, more jobs or more welfare? Because if you have more jobs, you won't need as much welfare. That's how it should work, right? That's how it should work. If you have more jobs, you won't need as much welfare. Somebody said more welfare. I mean, I get it. Depending on the type of person you are. If you want to go out there and work for your family, this and that, okay. Or if you just want to just get welfare all day, okay. I mean, that's on you. That's up to you how you want to look at it. I'm not knocking you either way, but that's the facts of the matter. Not these narratives driven to make somebody look worse than they already are. Wow, he just dropped the pass. Terrible. We need more welfare so I don't have to get a job. Y'all got to be careful with that though. See, this is what you got to think about. Let's just put everybody on welfare then. Then you have less people paying taxes to actually pay that welfare. I mean, this is all, everything has a cause and effect and a reaction. Yeah, why don't everybody go on welfare? And then you have no tax dollars to actually pay that welfare. So I mean, it's different ways to look at this, y'all. TD, we need more welfare so I can. Oh, I already read that. So I can sit at home and donate to your stream. How you gonna donate to me if you got welfare, bro? And I do you one better. The beautiful part of your comment is so you can sit at home. I would rather you come up with the plan, bro. Come up with the plan. Say you busting your behind at work right now, making the best for your family. Start thinking about a plan. You know what? I want to make a plan so I can actually sit at home. I want to make a plan. It ain't gonna be easy. I might have to bust my behind 2 times as hard. You know, when something stuck with me, bust your behind for 5 years so you ain't got to for the rest of your life. Like go over and beyond, 2 jobs, whatever it takes. Like come up with a plan, start setting some stuff up, figure out a way to, revenue that can come to you without having to work. Build something from scratch. Build something from scratch, man. Our job market in trouble now, TD. It's getting worse. I'm looking at the reports. Our job market is actually really looking real bad right now. I'm definitely seeing all the reports. Um, but hey, we'll see. They're trying to do this infrastructure bill. I know that that's going to bring a lot of employment. I just don't like the fact that really that's a temporary thing. You know, I don't know, man. It's a lot going on right now. I'm just waiting till the dust settle to see what ends up being the final, especially these bills. I want to read the final on them, see what they get out of them. Oh, Lamar. Oh, he fumbled. Are you kidding, Lamar? You're going to have to catch. Oh, wow. He pitched it backwards. Lamar, if you don't catch him with all that speed and you stop running, Lamar start jogging. Wow. Was he down or is that a touchdown? Right. And we are in deep debt too. Well, we've been in debt and that ain't going to go anywhere. And they just keep on raising the debt ceiling. They basically just keep on writing legislation saying it's okay. We'll just keep on raising that debt ceiling. Oh, he's down. It's simultaneously, but oh, I don't know. That might be out because he only had one hand on it and they were all fingers. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting on this call. All that stimulus money is more debt. All the stimulus money definitely is more debt. But I will say this That stimulus money was an opportunity for a lot of people to maybe start a business and take advantage of capitalism, but not many did. Not many did. Universal basic income. No. You got to tell me how that's going to work. Permanent stimulus checks. Y'all be hearing all these radical ideas, but the people who say these radical ideas have not told y'all how they're going to pay for them. I've heard them. I've heard all this. A monthly stimulus check for all Americans going forward forever. But nobody has elected to tell you how they're going to pay for it. And the one time somebody finally said that they were going to pay for it, guess what they did? They went straight to corporations and said, we going to tax y'all out the kazoo. Big corporations, 60 and 70% taxes. Y'all going to pay the American people. And you know what them people going to do? All they going to do is as soon as that president strikes that pen and enact it, they're going to send everybody a letter and say our company is shutting down and moving overseas. Instantly. The unemployment is going to be at an all-time high. The government's going to panic because they got to send out checks that they ain't getting revenue from. The Treasury is going to say, we got to do something. And you know what's going to end up happening? They're going to reverse it, and then they're going to tax the middle class to make up for the deficit. It's just not possible, y'all. They only tell you that to get your vote, to excite you. Who wouldn't want a monthly check from the government? It sounds great. I'm a vote for that person. You know how insulting that is to just throw some money in your face for your vote? And 9 times out of 10 is never going to go through in the first place because they know the economic ramifications for it. TD, do you believe in universal health care even if taxes for everyone is raised? See, you hit me at the end there. If taxes for everyone is raised on a percentage basis or on a level basis. But I do believe in universal health care if we can do it a fair way. If we can do it a fair way. Don't level it. You make 50,000, you pay 4% towards it. You make 100,000, you pay 8% towards it. Everybody same rate. We got to stop this staggering stuff, penalizing people for making more money. We got to stop that. So I like the idea of it, but again, creating a creative way to make money to fund it is a whole nother story. So I'm with universal health care, but even I don't have a solid plan to make it work because again, I don't see where the money is going to come from in its totality. It's not, that's just not an easy thing to do. Now, I have some government proposals that can help this country get out of debt. I have some governmental proposals that can help this country get out of debt. And I don't need to go too much in detail of it now, but it's almost like we'll never get out of debt. But there are ways we can, because if this country is out of debt, then we can actually start innovating, man. But yeah, I mean, we sitting here worrying about if Social Security gonna be here 20 years from now. You know, we still trying to figure out if Social Security gonna even be here 20 years from now. So we started working on something that may never even be there for us. And again, it'll be there for us because I fail to believe that they'll just shut down the program, but we're just going to go in a greater debt. Mm. All right, fix the handoff. We got another screen, and the Colts are just eating tonight. It's just embarrassing. So yeah, we'll see, man. But I definitely got some plans, like governmental plans that I've been thinking through that can help us start to come out of debt while fixing the immigration issue at the same time. Um, and building our country's infrastructure. So those are things that I'm sitting here trying to finalize so that I can meet with, representatives and stuff and just give them the proposal and say, I think this is a good idea that should be presented as proper legislation to potentially put the voting together to get the funding behind it. Another 19-yard run by Taylor. Taylor is legitimately eating, y'all. But he only got 6 carries tonight. That's crazy. Or 7 or whatever. TD for president 2040. 2040? Somewhere around that. Somewhere around that, man. I'm thinking more like 2044. 2044. I want to be I want to be coming into my 60s. I want to gather a little bit more wisdom about certain things. No one cares about the game. We're all here to talk fins and politics. LOL. I know, right? I'm telling you now, like Monday and Thursday nights, I call a game and this and that, but this is just looking bad for Baltimore. And I'm still giving y'all references to the game, but I'm hanging out, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I made a decision earlier in the season that on Mondays and Thursdays, I watch every one of those games anyway. Why not go live and just watch it with y'all, hang out, talk about what y'all want to talk about, and go from there and just chill and have fun. TD, we disagree economically, but I can tell you're a good dude. Think outside the box. I mean, talk to me, man. I don't know if we really disagree. What do we disagree about economically? I don't think we've had a disagreement economically. Unless I've said something that you disagree with, you can let me know. We can talk through that. TD, what do you think the base salary should be? For who? The base salary for who? Working Americans? What are you talking about? Are you referring to minimum wage? What should minimum wage be? Clarify. I'd love to answer it if you clarify. TD, what grade is your son in? One is in 6th, one is in 4th, one is in kindergarten, and one will be in school next year for my sons. And my daughter is in the 11th grade. So I have 5 children. Yes, minimum wage. I think they need to reassess the minimum wage, and this is what they need to do. First of all, they need to make things so that one person would be able to survive on an income. Now, the minimum wage thing is another huge issue, and this is why they quietly don't really talk about it. They tell you, we need to raise minimum wage. They tell you, we need to raise minimum wage. And people are like, yeah, we do. Help us out. They say that to get your vote. It's another thing where it's tough because if minimum wage raises, the cost of goods will raise. As minimum wage raises, the cost of goods raise. I just feel like they just need to keep up with inflation. Every year they should go ahead, and if the inflation rate, you know how everybody says 3%, but inflation is technically around 2%, to be honest with y'all. It's just they've been saying 3% for as long as anyone can remember, but the real inflation rate is closer to 2% annually. And they threw a pick on the 2-point conversion, but he's not going to capitalize on it. So I just think every year it needs to increase by whatever inflation is for that year, because inflation is a rate. I know we say inflation is 3%, but you don't know. It could be 6% one year. Like right now, inflation this fiscal year, I'm sure inflation is at an all-time high because the cost of so many things have gone up drastically. So they just need to keep it in line with inflation. If it goes up, then raise it. If it goes down, you can't lower it, but just keep it the same, because you can't lower it because that's not going to stop people when their interest rates and things like that aren't going to be adjusted. So I just say keep raising it to keep up with inflation, but there is no set number because that can change all the time based off of inflation. People need to be able to afford their bills. And in today's society, back in the 60s, one man can go to work, take care of his whole family. Mom can stay home, care for her children, or vice versa. I ain't trying to have this sexist thing against me, or vice versa, right? But now it's almost required to have a two working parent income, which causes more stress, less time, more anxiety. Just everything is just affecting people right now. So somebody says, so minimum wage should be $28. And again, the reason why I say that's going to change depending on where you are and when is because minimum wage in California should be different from minimum wage in Alabama. If Alabama people made California money, they'd be living in mansions in California, in Alabama. So again, this is a big country, bro. Everything ain't the same. It's different areas that demand different cost of living. Cali got a $15 minimum wage, and I think Florida is somewhere around 8 something now, if I'm not mistaken. So minimum wage, man, that's another debate where the American people just need to be told the truth. If we raise your minimum wage, the cost of your goods are going to go up. People happy too. Man, they're talking about taking minimum wage from $10 to $15. Yay! They switch it to $15. Now your rent is 30% more expensive. The cost of your paper towels is 30% more expensive because these companies have to pay their workers more wages, which means the price of your goods are going to raise. So in essence, you really aren't getting a raise. And honestly, when they raise wages, they sneakily raise products even higher than the wage rate. So you're actually losing. They play with people's minds to trick them like they're doing something. We are going to raise the minimum wage. That is true, they are. But what they aren't telling you is the price of everything is going to go up. So you're actually not making more money. I made $100 this week. My rent is $100. Yay. They're going to raise me to $150 now. Your rent just went up to $150. Did you really get a wage increase? No. That's a part of the trick. They tell you all these good feely things. We're going to raise wages to help the American people. Stop lying to these people and tell them that the price of goods are going to go up too. Same people you raising the minimum wage on, all their prices going up. McDonald's went from paying people $7 an hour to $10 an hour. Used to can get a Mick this or Mick that for $1. Ain't no more dollar menu. Ain't no more dollar menu. And I don't even eat from McDonald's. But when I used to, ain't no more freaking dollar menu. And people not noticing it's 2 for $3 now. Y'all see how that works? It's 2 for $3 now. Still a deal, but do you see how it works now? These politicians, man, they take advantage of the ignorant, and not saying ignorant as a negative word, just people who aren't educated on specific subjects. They take advantage of the ignorant because they make it sound good. We're going to raise your wages, and people making $10 an hour are like, oh, that would be nice. I like what they're talking about. They got my vote. Got you. They raise your money, you're feeling good, and you go in the grocery store like, dang, this was $1 a week ago. How I go up to 140? Man, dang, the cost per this per pound just went up. You like, man, stuff getting expensive. Business owners aren't taking the loss on their margins. Hold on. He throwing the deep ball. Please be Hollywood Brown. Thank you. I'm killing this guy on WinView Games, y'all. I'm killing this guy. I bet Hollywood Brown will record a reception of 35 yards or more. I'm killing this guy on WinView Games. I got to show y'all this real quick, and then I'm gonna read that comment that was put up there because I like it. Look at this. I'm toasting this guy. I put a little wager on this one, just FYI. I ain't typically the gambling man, but I did it to him on this one. I had to get one in. Let me see. Hold on. Let me do this. So look, man, I did let me see. Let me go with the leaderboard. I'm in first place for $45 right now. Me, it was like a $25 head to head, and I got 23,000 points and he got 14. And I'm just smoking him right now. Everything going my way. Look at all my predictions. Green. Wentz passed for 2 or more TDs. Got it. Baltimore scores on the drive. First score. I said no. Colts will score first. Got it. Indianapolis scores. Outscores Baltimore in any quarter. That was the first quarter. Pittman scores a touchdown. Got it. And Hollywood Brown ain't come through yet, but I got him right here. Marquise Hollywood Brown records a reception over 35 yards. Smoking this guy tonight. Easy money. Easy money. Anyway, let me go back to what the homie said because I think I like that comment. Where is it? Business owners aren't taking the loss on their margins. Business make the number work in the formula as much as the market can bear. Absolutely. It's called elasticity. Elasticity is that breaking point to what's acceptable or what's out of range for your pricing point. What a consumer would actually pay for a product at its highest point. That's that optimal point. They call that elasticity in economics. All right. But I agree. Owners aren't going to take a loss, especially if they're a publicly traded company. They have shareholders, and that is their main responsibility to earn profits for their shareholders. So even if a CEO is like, I don't want to lay people off, I'm just going to take a loss. You got shareholders, homie. You got to do what's best for the company. Cut wages or lay people off. Cut people or lay people off. It's crazy. What else buddy said? Oh no, I don't care about that John Gruden crap no more. Why you think price is going up so much in Orlando? Disney and Universal pay their peeps $15 an hour. They raise prices and other companies raise theirs because they know people making more money. Well, Disney is more of a monopoly. Orlando as well. That's a tourist city, period. So they can afford to raise their prices. And the reason why is it's not going to stop the traffic that comes there. Also, some of these companies are also recovering from the losses that they took during the pandemic. They're at risk of going bankrupt or losing it all. So they've been raising prices to make up for the losses they took last year. So Disney is somewhat a monopoly in that regard. See, once companies get as big as Disney, y'all gotta understand how large these companies are. Once you get that big, you got to understand how many conglomerates Disney has, how many companies they actually own, how many products and brands they actually own. They are You know what their valuation is? Just go to any one of your stock apps or whatever and go look at Disney and look at their valuation. Go look at go look at the numbers, man. When you got that kind of money, it don't matter. You're making so much profits every year off of merchandising alone. You can go ahead and pay people good rates. But at the same token, they're still going to make their bottom line, like you said, like the other person said. They will still make their bottom line dollar, and they will pass any cost over to the consumer. I mean, companies like Disney get sued every year for millions of dollars. You think they blink? You think that is a punishment for them? Oh, we just lost the suit for $83 million. All right, raise all the prices of everything by 1.2%. That'll make up for that this year. 1.2%. And I'm just giving you a number, but it'd be that minuscule for companies that big. A burger is $1. We know that ain't the case, but just give you an example. A burger is $1. They can make that $82 million up by just selling the burger for $1.02. All their products increase by a certain amount of percentage, a small percentage, but they're that big that the smallest percentage makes almost $100 million. 1% difference can make $100 million. Raise everything by 1%. Nobody's going to cry about a 1% raise in prices. Raise everything by 5%. If it was 100, now it's 105. People that are tourists, you think they're going to care about the extra $5? And that's elasticity once again. What is the optimal amount a customer would pay? And we're going to start there. Easy money, man. These corporations, they just becoming bigger than anything. And people, the honest thing is, people just don't like how big they're coming because they have power. You think Disney and all these major companies that have over $100 billion in assets, you think they ain't sitting there dropping, hey, you want to be reelected as the Florida governor? Yeah, you want to be reelected? We're going to go ahead and slide $100 million to your campaign contribution. That ain't nothing but 2 days, 3 days worth of Disney profits. We're going to slide $100 million your way for your campaign contribution. But we're definitely going to need you to not have strong mandates of shutting us down in pandemics or whatever. They're going to buy what they want. And that's the thing that you really should be worried about is the power that they have, but don't be jealous at the amount of money that they're raking in. They're just, see, once you have a company that makes millions and millions of dollars, it starts to become about mergers and acquisitions, ladies and gentlemen. It's just mergers and acquisitions. Once you got that kind of money, you're trying to buy up all the competition. You're trying to buy the competition. So you have no one to compete with and you can eat the whole market. That's why you got to study the market cap. They have their own movie brand also. Sports, ESPN, Disney. Y'all know that, right? Man. Some people don't even know that, man. Did y'all even know that? 80% of ESPN is owned by Disney, Walt Disney. The Walt Disney Company owns 80% of ESPN. You know how they gonna make a lot of revenue from this game tonight? Disney. Yeah, they own ABC too. Disney, see, once you're that large, it's only about mergers and acquisitions. Who you can partner with or who you can buy. There's no looking back once you get to that point. And Disney sits around and just, hey, give them $1 billion. We own them now. Give them $1 billion. They look like they're going to come up and threaten us. We own them now. And we ain't gonna dissolve them. We're not gonna take them over. We're gonna continue to let it be our competition, but we own it. Mergers and acquisitions. Huge. But these companies like Walt Disney has so much power. Whatever agenda they want to run, if they want to support this movement, anybody say anything bad about it, they can have them fired because they own everything. They touch everything. They have power. And what happens when you own everything and touch everything and have all the power? You have unlimited advertising. And the only way money moves in today's world and in the digital age is advertising. Disney can want a 10% uptick in attendance tomorrow. They could just right now on this game throw a commercial in there. Our special offers right now. That one commercial gets them a 10% uptick in attendance tomorrow if they want it. It's crazy, man. TD Vanguard Group and BlackRock own majority of everything. They own a large portion of a lot of things. There are a lot of major companies that own tons of things, man. Tons of things. The Colts are just giving it to Baltimore tonight. Do they own any sports teams? No, they don't. They don't. They like those to be individual owners, typically not corporations outside of the Green Bay Packers. But that's typically how they like that to be. Even though the owners put it in a corporation. And that is incomplete on 3rd and 6. So it looks like the Colts will be kicking a field goal to try to put 25 points on the board. The same people who own Disney own Coke and Pepsi. You got it. You got it. Wait. You said the same people who own Disney? Let me go back to what he said. Dang, I lost the comment. And the field goal is good. There it is. The same people that own Disney. No one owns Disney, bro. Disney is the parent company. Walt Disney Company. So I think I know what you meant though. But just FYI, nobody owns Disney. I mean, other than they have owners. I'm just saying, like, there's no other company that actually owns Disney. The parent company is the Walt Disney Company. I'm looking up something real quick. The shareholders are the owners. Yeah, obviously the shareholders are the owners, but remember, an entity, a corporation is a sole entity. So the corporation owns it. The shareholders control it. And there is let me see, I forgot who it was that had majority shares. I don't know why I don't remember, but yeah, the Vanguard Group, like the homie just said, has the largest amount of shares, and that's only 7.5% of all shares outstanding. And the second largest has 6.4% of all shares. So the Vanguard Group has the majority of shares, but that's not ultimate power. That's just for cash flow and capital for the Vanguard Group, an asset that they invest in. And of course they pay capital gains on all the revenue they earn from Disney. So 7.5% of all revenue that Disney. Let me hold on. Let me give you an example. So Disney, wait, Walt Disney Company revenue 2020. So in 2020, Walt Disney made $65 billion in revenue. 65 billion in revenue. So the Vanguard group alone, I'm doing mental math, got about $4.8 billion just from they made $4.8 billion just from owning 7.5% shares of Disney. So they had capital gains in their investment of 4.8 billion dollars. What do they do with that 4.8 billion? They reinvest it so that they don't have to pay capital gains, or they continue to grow their portfolio. That's why major companies buy other companies. If I make $1 billion this year, I don't want to pay no 500 million in taxes. So let me go buy a $500 million company and take that as a loss. Now I might get a credit on taxes, but I'm also employing more people now. What percentage does the family own? It's a small percentage, but it's still a great amount. I mean, the family is actually not even relevant anymore when it comes to it, to be quite honest with you. That time is come and gone, technically. Mm-mm. All right, Walter. I think you might want to stay tuned, man. This game can tighten up. They're down by 16, but the Colts keep on stacking up injuries. I think that Lamar and them go down and score right here. Lamar back to pass, throws underneath, hits his guy. And that's good for about 18 yards. We probably want the Colts to win, right? Um, yeah, yeah. Baltimore is more of a playoff threat than the Colts does, at least at this stage. Another catch by Hollywood Brown. Lamar, another pass for a first down to the 20-yard line. And they're just trying to methodically keep moving down the field, but they need to play hurry up football. Uh-oh. Now it's first and goal from the 5-yard line. They need to continue to hurry up and get points. T, do you think Tua will play next week? I'm honestly not sure, man. I'm going to say yes, but there's a chance we can be like, oh my gosh. Touchdown, Baltimore. But we got a flag on the play. Let's see what this is. Holding, defense, decline, touchdown. So they'll probably go for two. They'll probably go for two right here. All right, here we go. Lamar in the shotgun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back on his right hip. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws, has his guy. The 2-point conversion to Andrews is good. So again, now we got a 8-point game. This game ain't over. The Colts still going to have to deliver if they want to win. They might come back. I want y'all to really notice, as of the end of the third quarter, I feel like the momentum is starting to shift. But we'll see. We're not moving on from Flores, y'all. Man, just to sit here and think about this, Walt Disney with $65 billion in revenue last year alone. Man, why does seem like our defense regressed? I would say our offense regressed, which affects the defense. But remember, we looked this bad last year, almost at this point. Almost. We were 1-3, if I'm not mistaken. Then we finally won and go 2-3. What's up, EO? What's up, homie? Flores and Tua about to get it right. Watch. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do it. It's good for us. When are you going to do round table again? If you're talking about the AFC East round table, that's this week on Wednesday here on this channel. If you're talking about just a general round table with some of the people that I always ask to share their opinions, pretty soon. Maybe sometime by the end of the week. Just like me. Even me, I gotta play it. I'm gonna win. All right, here we go. The kick is off, and this one is going to be a touchback. All right, do I need any more props? I need Taylor to run that ball and some more points. All right. Wait, who is that? All right, that wasn't Taylor. Man, why is Taylor over there, man? Run the ball some, man. I need 6 more carries from Taylor. They throw the ball on first down, and that gets 3 yards. The crowd has gotten into it. They have gotten really loud. They're trying to get this team back into it. Here we go. 2nd and 6. They gave him 4. Okay. Wentz under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff again. Looking all day. Goes to Taylor. Taylor is going to pick up the first down and so much more. Shh. Yeah, Taylor eating tonight. Oh my gosh. Another 28 yards for Taylor. All right. Back to pass, Wentz again. And we got a flag. I don't like this if they're going to say horse collar. He actually held him up and didn't drag him down because he could have been went down, but he made sure he repositioned so he could take him down the right way. Personal foul. They don't care. Yeah, I don't like that call. Wentz ducked and he didn't drag him by the horse collar. I don't like that though. It is what it is. Now run the ball, man. I need my carries with Taylor. All right, here we go, Taylor. Eat. 7 yards with Taylor. I need 5 more carries from Taylor. No, he did horse collar. Yeah, I know. But still, I just don't like the way that was called. He actually, it ain't his fault that Wentz ducked. And then he actually didn't drag him down by the horse collar. He wanted to reposition his body and take him down normally, which he did. So I thought that was one that's, I mean, definitely he's in there, but I thought horse collar, you actually have to make the tackle with it and drag him down. Another rush. Taylor up the middle, 1 yard short. So I need 4 more rushes. Give me a first down right here. TD, any news on Watson? Not yet. No, sir. Here we go. Wentz is under center. And he has to call a timeout. Couldn't figure it out in time. Yeah, they having a hard time running the ball tonight. Baltimore only has 59 rushing yards. They literally getting shut down right now. And shockingly, Lamar Jackson is 25 of 29 and 326 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Who would have ever thunk it? Who would have ever thought it? He's actually been in the pocket throwing the ball. 25 of 29 with 326. 2 TDs, no interceptions. Who would have ever thought it? And Taylor jumps over, and that's a first down. He falls forward for the first. All right. I just need 3 more carries from Taylor. Come on, man. Mm. We want Gaskins is better than Mac in my opinions. All right, another run off the left. And Taylor is negative 2 yards. So I just need what? 2 more carries. I think that's 13. So I need 2 more carries to hit the target that I need. Chance to win AFC South, Tennessee, 71%. Man, that division is. Oof. TD, thanks for the great commentary tonight. No, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out and hitting the like button too. Appreciate y'all. Second and 11. Hand it off to Taylor again. Taylor up the middle is going to get more yards. So one more carry for Taylor. Please give me one more carry. It's not going to be easy because they're going to throw the ball. Baltimore going to get it back, and I think it'll probably end the game. Are you streaming during Thursday night football? Yeah, I stream all the Thursday night games too. Wentz in the shotgun, calls the audible. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Yes, he hands it off and they lose yards, but hey, that gives me my 15 carries. Got it. So they need to kick a field goal now. Field goal. There it is, TD. I know, right? I'm destroying my opponent. All right, the Colts gonna kick a field goal that's hopefully gonna pretty much put this game out of reach. Oh, it's blocked. Wow. Wow. Is that considered like is a blocked field goal considered a turnover on downs? Is a block kick considered turnover on downs? I need to know. Because I also put on my board that one of these teams will have a turnover on downs, and it ain't happened yet. Would this consider it? Would this constitute it? All right, Lamar, you got a shot. Let's see. I need you to run the ball too. Uh-oh. Almost picked off. That's incomplete. He got hit. So I got my carries. Brown already got the 35-yarder. Both teams put up about 46. Where we at now? 25, 35, 42. One more score, and that'll be a touchdown. That'll be 46. So either team records a turnover on down. Lamar Jackson, 50 or more rushing yards. Where he at now? Lamar rushing yards is at 43. So I need another 7. He need to break out on one of these. All right. He throws it, has Hollywood Brown. Another completion, good for about 17 yards. And last, Baltimore outscores Indianapolis by 7 or more points in this game. And I said, no, man, I might get everything right. I might have actually picked every prop right when this is all said and done. All right, throws it in the flat. Another first down to Freeman. Come on, Lamar. Just run for 7 yards on one play. Get you one, Lamar. Underneath. Lamar just eating with the dump offs, man. And sometimes at this part of the game, it's easy. Your dump off is always there. In the WinView TD, yeah, man, I'm playing this guy. I put $25 up, so I'm finna take his 25. He way behind. Oh, Lamar about to get sacked, but he runs. Go run, Lamar. Give me my 7 yards. There we go. We got it. Oh, man, you going backwards, man. Watch, they gonna give him 6, and I'm gonna be heated if he don't get one more yard. How many yards was that? 5 yards, and now I still need 2 yards, man. What are you doing? He should have just kept going forward. Gosh, man. Oh, I just need 1 more yard for Lamar running the ball. Oh, incomplete. And I don't need it because I'll still probably win regardless, but I want to get all of them right. It look like every single one of my props might end up being right. We about to see. All right, here we go. Lamar back to pass. Lamar throws, got his guy. Hollywood Brown eating. Yeah, Hollywood Brown pretty got over 100 yards now. 109 yards and a touchdown. He catches the ball with his hands. I like that. Another dump off underneath for 9 yards. So 2nd and 1 from the 3-yard line. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Give me a Lamar quarterback keeper, man. Hold up, you rooting for the Ravens CD? No, I want them to get a touchdown and miss the 2-point conversion and lose. Is that better? I want them to get a touchdown and then screw up the 2-point conversion and lose. Hopefully that's better. Now I'm on WinView games right now, and I'm beating my opponent. So I'm dragging them right now. I mean, even if I don't get the rest of the props, it's gonna be real hard for them to catch up, but I want them anyway. Because I keep losing in fantasy. I need something to make me feel better. iPhone 13 Pro. It's crazy, man. I'll probably get me an iPhone 15. They ain't finna fool me. I got the 11 Pro Max, and I wait every like 3, but now I'm gonna wait every 5 because it don't make any sense. It's just really to make you feel like you're keeping up with other people. Nah, I get it every 5. Yeah, I still got the 11 too. I got the 11 Pro Max, But again, it's just fine. It's amazing. I don't have any issues with it. Still beautiful, no problems. Um, and matter of fact, I may just keep it as long as it lasts for me because I don't have any issues with it. And the reality is, hey, it might be the 20 before I get the next one. Because really, I mean, that's one thing about Apple. They know that there's so many people that are more focused on material things that they just get people to get the next one and the next one when now you can't even tell which one anybody has anyway. All right, Lamar fakes the handoff. Run, go, 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 go. Yep, got him. Oh, he fumbled. Did he fumble? Oh, they say he was down. I was about to say, wow, this bum fumble. But he got me my 1 yard. Let's see. Let's see. I was about to say, are you kidding me? He just fumbled. He better be down too, because I actually need him to get a few more points. Yeah, the knee down. The knee is down at the 1 yard line. Oh, he just takes a sack. Man, they better not say he just lost my yards that I just got from him. He bet not. They're going to give me a loss because he touched the ball. It's not a sack. Oh, yep, they took 3 yards away, but I'm still at 50. Lamar, don't give me no negative yards, man. Second and goal. That's a touchdown. All right, so I hit my point total when as well. So Taylor got 15 carries. Marquise Brown got his 35 yarder. We over 46 points. Got the turnover on downs. Lamar Jackson 50 yards rushing. I got it. And Baltimore outscores Indianapolis by 7 or more. I said no. So we're in the money. I think I literally picked everything correctly. It's the first time that ever happened. On WinView games, I picked every prop correctly. As long as Baltimore don't come back and win by more than 7. I win by 7 or more. All right, here we go. Lamar back to pass, throws it, got it. Wow, they got the 2-point conversion. This is a tie ball game. So the Colts got 39 seconds to get in field goal range and try to win it. They got 2 timeouts, so that definitely helps them. But man, oh man, 39 seconds. Wow. And when you remember about at the 10-minute mark, somebody said, I'm out of here. The Colts won this game. I said, I don't know. You might want to stick around. I feel like the momentum is shifting right now. And they left. And that was still an ugly pass by Lamar. Good hands by Andrews. Wow. All right, the kick is off. And this is going to be a touchback. So they'll start at the 25. So they pretty much need 40 yards, y'all, to be able to try a long field goal. They need about 40 yards. Lamar Jackson got almost 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. All right, trips to the left, 1 to the right. Wentz in the shotgun, running back on his right hip at 11-11. Thank God. Back to pass. Wentz looking, throws deep left, got his guy. Wow. And he gets out of bounds. Wow. How do you give that up? The first freaking play, and you give up a huge chunk like that? 23 yards? Now all they need is 17 yards to at least get in a deep field goal range. I hope we beat them, the Ravens. I think we can. We'll see. Trips to the right, one to the left, running back on the left hip, back to pass. Wentz avoids the pressure. Wentz tosses it. That's incomplete. It's incomplete. They sent the house. They sent the house. That should have been pass interference, honestly. That's right. Playoffs. Let's do it. Two to the right, two to the left, takes the snap. Wentz rolls right, throws for it all. Here it is. That's incomplete. Wow. If that's a holding on the Colts, that can be a dagger. I ain't gonna lie. If I were the coach right now, I would draw up a screen. I would draw up one of these screens. They've been sending 5 and 6. I would draw up one of those screens. Even right now, look like they're gonna send 5. And they draw up a little screen, but it's the wrong way. The pressure didn't say it. Uh-oh, we got a flag. Wow, if he get him this 15 yards from his boneheaded mistake. Oh, I see Doyle actually shoved his head in the ground. Wow. Doyle didn't get caught. You see, he shoved the man head into the ground. Wow. Veteran move by Doyle. Nobody looking. I'm gonna give you that. Please retaliate. Give me these 15 yards. Veteran move. Veteran move. Man. All right, here we go. Well, they got him. They in field goal range. Timeout. 6 seconds left. It's critical. I don't know what you should do. 6 seconds is time for a play. They got one timeout. Your kicker having hip issues right now, or something like that. They're saying. Yeah. They're gonna try to run one play. I'm gonna be honest. I think they should kick it right now. Unless they're gonna try to just move it to the middle of the field. So yeah, he just told the ref, as soon as I do whatever he's gonna do, we want the clock to stop in the timeout. So I think what they're gonna do is just try to run it to the middle of the field. Winch is probably gonna have a quarterback keeper and just fall on the ground to the middle. Yep, that's what he's doing. He tried to get a little bit closer to the middle. So they're gonna get 1.5 yards on that. And with 4 seconds left, and they're gonna attempt the game winner. They're going to attempt the game winner. If they make this kick, that means I picked every single game prop correctly, which is crazy. I picked every game prop correctly. I got all of them right. If they make this kick, I'm gonna win anyway. Because even if you don't make it, I got at least all except one right. But we'll see. Here we go. From 47 yards. They blocked one before, I think. Oh, he missed it. Why they be keeping me up so late at night like this, man? Man, I gotta check the homie engraving. Should have called tails. See, should have called tails. I knew it. Here we go, y'all. Overtime. It's only 8:20 here. 8:20. Oh, you must be over on the West Coast. Oh my gosh. So Lamar's gonna try to hurry up and get a touchdown so he can win the game. We'll see how this goes. Somebody said, dang, it was 22-3. I know. I know. And this sucks, man. I'm ready to go to bed, honestly. I done had a long, hard 10 days, honestly. A lot of stuff I've been doing. But I gotta watch it out. I gotta see this one. Oh man. You know Lamar Jackson gonna try to run this ball and get it done. Listen, in overtime, you need to go for it all and go get you a touchdown. And don't play no games. All right, the kick is off, and this is gonna be returned for 15 to the 20. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. To the 34-yard line, I believe. Or 35. Ooh. Lamar better not turn the ball over either. And they mark it at the 32. All right, here we go. Let's see if Lamar can step up like a big boy. He got the stats tonight. Let's see if he can finish it out the right way. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield, tight end on the left. Lamar back to pass, 3-man rush. Lamar trying to get out of the pressure. He's going to run and get about 6 yards out of bounds. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Let's see what happens. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Running back on his right hip out of the shotgun. Lamar looking at the defense. Lamar surveys, takes the snap, back to pass. Lamar underneath, hits his tight end for a first down pass midfield, and that's Andrews for about 14 yards to the Indianapolis 48. Two to the left, 2 to the right. Jackson back to pass. He's looking, wants to go in the flat, but doesn't. Looking, has all day, finds Hollywood Brown, and that is a completion for about 4 yards. That's Prochet, not Hollywood. 2nd and 6 coming up. They need to send some blitzes, honestly. They allowing him to have too much time, and he's just finding a dump down. Play some man-to-man and send some blitzes. Oh, that might be an offensive. Wow. Oh, he was injured and they take him off the field. It's crazy how a running back or a receiver can lead with their helmet, but the defender can't. Ain't that crazy, y'all? You saw the receiver actually duck his head and try to go forward with his helmet, but a defender can't. Lamar back to pass, throws a dart to Hollywood Brown, and he's out there putting in work, gets the first down. They're in deep field goal range right now. I just don't think a field goal gets it done in this game. They have to get in that end zone, in my opinion. But once again, if you're not going to put no pressure on Lamar, pistol formation. Back to pass again, throws underneath to a wide open guy once again. And that'll be good for about 7 yards. Just wide open guys. They out here running zones. Two to the right, one to the left. Lamar on a quarterback keeper. He gets the first to the 19-yard line with a 20th yard line. So 1st and 10. Underneath to the running back. Murray gets 8 yards. Now it's 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line. I never understood this with Lamar Jackson, a guy who is not a great passer, but you play a defense where there's always somebody wide open. Where's the man-to-man coverage? Why is someone always wide open? When a guy who isn't great at passing, you're giving him wide open targets. It's too easy. And now we have 1st and goal from the 6-yard line as Murray runs for the first down. 1st and goal from the 6. Why do you allow a guy who's not the best passer to throw to wide open people? The pass ain't got to be accurate or nothing, but it can still be complete if he wide open. As the Colts call a timeout. Lamar is a good enough passer to make $40 million a year. Maybe, if that's how they see it. And if Lamar Jackson is going to be able to put up passing yards like this, and our quarterback best games will be 300, oh my gosh, I'm just done. All right, 1st and goal in the pistol. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to get 1.5 yards. So 2nd and goal coming up. Let's go, man. Trips bunch to the left. Underneath, that is a touchdown to Hollywood Brown. That is game. And the Ravens win the game. What a hard-fought game by the Ravens to come back and win it. They're going to take a look, but this is game. Good job by the Ravens coming back and getting that W. They fought for that one. They definitely fought for that one. To come all the way back and win, that's crazy. Wow. But anyway, man, I'm finna get out of here. Appreciate y'all tuning in tonight and hanging out with me. This TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I will see y'all around 10 a.m. tomorrow or 11 after Steven's morning show, and we'll chop it up tomorrow. I'm finna go get me some rest and sleep. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.